to the people on your wall, the famous ones that seem to have it all. You grab a guitar and you learn how to sing. Sooner or later you'll appear on the screen. But it didn't work out how you planned. Your family hates you, you live in a van. You're bald and broke at the age of 28. Starting to think it might be too late. You just wanted to be one of those legends. Shit, now you're past 27. You start to drink and it makes you recall those optimistic thoughts that started it all. Maybe I'll try to fly, join all those birds up in the sky. Maybe I'll try to fly, crash into a mountain and die. Maybe I'll jump in the ocean, discover Atlantis, bring her a boast dinner. Maybe I'll jump in the ocean and I'll drown, come up floating. Or maybe I'm just this regular guy, nothing to me but these thoughts on my mind, singing na 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 na. He wanted to be just like Kurt Cobain, not the problems but just the fame. I wish I could meet Dave Grohl though.
Oh son, what's good my boy? Today's video is about uniqueness and being uniquely yourself. It kind of what I'm gonna tie this more towards like art and artistic people and stuff like that and creativity, but you can really take this and apply this advice with a numerous amount of facets. What is uniqueness in art? When you hear someone say, "Oh, that's kind of like Picasso, like with the way he did his shapes and the figures in his paintings," or "Wow, that's kind of like Van Gogh with the brush strokes, the little lines and everything etched throughout," or "Man, that movie was real Tarantino-esque." They'll say that whenever there's lots of dialogue and there's lots of heavy violence and shit like that, real brutal shit in the movie. Wow, that was real Tarantino-like. Another very unique figure in a different medium would be someone like Hunter S. Thompson. You read his books and his style that he developed, the gonzo journalism style that's like real fucking like almost autistic and in your face, and you're just like, what the fuck? You can see it whenever you watch the movie if you don't really like reading books. The way the characters are real sporadic and talk like that in the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, they talk that same way in the book. There's the dialogue where the characters just are like, we had a salt shaker full of coke and all this crazy shit, and the narration, and then whew, like them little gestures. That's just Hunter S. Thompson created his own little thing right there. Man, there wasn't nobody like Elvis. Been blending in this black culture into his like this black bluesy culture into his ballads and everything like that. Man, there was nobody like Jimi Hendrix with that psychedelic. There isn't that anymore, it seems like. I mean, there's still uniqueness, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of these nihilists. I'm not one of these fucking people where I think that everything is shit now. Of course there's uniqueness. But on the mainstream, you don't see a lot of the figures who are unique on the mainstream. For fucking 8 years, all the rappers copied the Migos. Then the only kind of unique people rappers were like the Uzis and the Travis Scotts. But then even them, they kind of just found a formula and didn't really expand upon it. It's just kind of like the same shit over and over. All the art nowadays just seems to be like that. You have like these little people who pop up, and then millions of people just want to be that person. Casey Neistat and Sneeko starts making these super cinematic videos. Now, what do? You see a fucking retard cracking an egg in a pan, and you have to have 8 cut shots just to crack a fucking egg in a pan in their video. It's like everyone wants to be a fucking cinematic filmmaker now. They don't have no unique style. The whole point of film is to put the story you're trying to tell in a very unique lens and make it like how reality isn't. But they don't. They just put the same B-roll shot of them. Oh, I'm going to put it right here. Then I'm going to do this thing that was in Breaking Bad. Then I'm going to do this. Now, don't get me wrong. Being influenced by something and borrowing from something has been around since the dawn of time. You ask any of the great artists, they're all going to borrow and they're all going to have their inspirations. But innovators, creatives, artists, painters, actors, they all find their own niche. I'm going to give you 3 actors who you can immediately hear from their voice or watch 3 of their films side by side, and even though they're playing different characters, they still embody that essence of them. Someone like Denzel Washington. That little swagger that Denzel Washington embodies throughout all of his performances, whether it's the Equalizer playing a guy working at Home Depot that's a killer, be it Denzel in Malcolm X or Denzel in American Gangster. He has this that little swagger to him the whole fucking time. Brad Pitt, he has this essence to him that is uniquely him. You know it's him. Be it through their facial expressions or little things, hints and gestures and things like that. They have a unique style. Shit, Keanu fucking Reeves. You pick up his kind of shy demeanor through every single one of his roles. Be it The Matrix, John Wick, whatever. He has this kind of little awkward persona. And you see it through all of it. But so many people nowadays want to be somebody else. So many people, I want to be Brad Pitt. I want to be Elvis. I want to be this writer with my writing style. I want to be this painter. I'm going to copy exactly how Van Gogh did his little brushstrokes, and I'm going to make mine like that. Type on YouTube. How do I paint like this person? How do I sing like this person? How do I do an impression like Brad Pitt? What happened to uniqueness? What happened to trying to find yourself? Now, I am not perfect. I've made this discovery and this realization that I'm bringing to you through going through the journey of trying to act like other people. I have a numerous different outlets artistically that I express myself in. I sing, I play guitar, play piano, oil paint, make these videos, make a little artistic gestures in some of the videos. I'm not trying to toot my own dick or nothing like that. I'm not trying to be like, oh, I'm so talented. No, I'm not doing that. I'm just giving you this as an example. Whenever I first really got into singing, my favorite person was Elvis. Anytime I do karaoke, I'm going to sing an Elvis song. I just love his resonance and his voice, the power, everything. So I would look up Elvis singing If I Can Dream. Let's just go with that. And I would listen to him singing, and instead of practicing over the instrumental or a karaoke version, I would try to tune my voice to his. I would try to hit the notes the way he does it. I would study the little embellishments he does. I would try to study the little embellishments he does. Same thing with Frank Sinatra. Whenever I would do his, he has this little drawl, you know what I'm saying? And I would try to emulate that. And it fucked my singing up because I am not Elvis. I am not Frank Sinatra. I can sing good. I'm not gonna fucking be a pussy and be like, no, I can sing. But I'm not Frank Sinatra and I'm not Elvis, and I shouldn't try to sing like them. Just like these people, they make a whole career off of being an Elvis impersonator, and that shit is sad to me. That is a whole person's ideals and creativity that is kind of just being portrayed through another person's identity. There's no point to it. Art is supposed to be an expression through time. Art that you create with a month time difference in between each thing should be a contradiction to each other almost. There should be a difference. It's your thoughts and everything that grows with you marked in time. This is how I felt this time. This is what I felt this time. And it's crazy that people don't want that. They want to be somebody else. You shouldn't want to be somebody else. There's the keys to being a mature adult, a unique, sovereign adult, is that, one, you've gotten over that little pussy bullshit of like, oh, I can't do that as like a teenager. You've gotten over that like little shy, these people are all looking at me, what do I do with my hands? You've gotten over that, and you've become confident in your fucking self. You become confident that you might have stretch marks. You become confident that you might look like a girl. You become confident that you have buck teeth. You have accepted your reality and how you portray yourself to other people. You've gotten over that. And now it's time to express yourself to other people. Do what's in your dome, not in what's in not in what Travis Scott is doing, not in what this artist is doing, in what you want to do, in what creative weird shit you think. You know how much weird shit there is in the world? That is the good thing. There's fucking people, how many niches there are really? There's people who do like super little indie horror films with like weird like fucking taboo shit in there. If they thought it was weird, would they be doing it? No, but there's obviously a market for it. There's obviously a desire deep down for them to express themselves that way. There sure ain't no fucking money in it. So you gotta figure out what you want to do. And you can't let yourself be like, well, this person does it this way. People compare themselves too fucking much. What age did Steve Jobs fund Apple? What age did this person do this? Oh, I got 3 years left. I can copy him and then I'll be like... No, you won't be like him. Your journey is different from everybody's. Your style should be different from everybody's. Your circumstances you were grown up with is different from everybody's. The way you look is different from everybody's. Your fucking fingerprint is different from everybody's. Why is a signature so valuable? Is because it's uniquely tied to that person. That's how your art should be. That's how your action should be. Uniquely you. That's how your thoughts should be. Now, I've said all that about uniqueness, but I'm going to go back to the same point. Inspirations are not a bad thing. That's not what I'm going against, is inspirations. Let someone inspire you. I have on my YouTube banner, on my channel banner, people that have inspired me. Tony Soprano, I just love the essence of him. Chris Cornell, I love his voice. Black Hole Sun, Seasons, all that shit. Jimi Hendrix, completely a unique individual. Forrest Rivers, an amazing actor as a child that was taken too soon. Elvis, no more really needs to be said about that. Marlon Brando, one of the first actors to ever be uniquely him, and he gained an audience of people with vast array of roles that you can still see that Brando essence into it. The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and Streetcar Desire, you can all tell that's Brando. There's no mistaking it. So I have my inspiration. That's not all of them. I like people like Kanye. I like intellectual writers like Dostoevsky. I like all these different influences. But I'm not going to go and try to copy how Kanye makes his beats. I'm not going to go and watch and study for a month how Kanye exactly cuts and chops and samples. I'm going to go out and I'm going to buy the software he might use, and I'm going to play with it without having that influence of exactly how he did it. I'm going to listen to what he did. I'm going to be influenced by what it sounded like. I'm going to be influenced by some of the words Dostoevsky used. I'm going to be influenced by the way that Casey Neistat makes his videos, but I'm going to play. I'm going to experiment with my own shit. I'm going to put my own little marks and embellishments on it. And that's what I believe people should do if you truly want to be a sovereign individual. And it goes further than creativity. I say it goes further than creativity, but creativity is everything. Creativity is figuring out a way to move a fucking tree out of the road. Creativity is not just painting and fucking acting and movies and all. It's the thoughts and innovations that come into our mind. Science is a creative act of theorizing things. And this embellishment of being uniquely yourself ties with everything. What do you think Albert Einstein would do if he wanted to be just like Isaac Newton? He wouldn't go around looking for an apple to fall and fucking hit him in the head. He's like, what can I go off of his formula that have developed physics and create my own formulas? And there you go, E equals MC squared, the theory of relativity. All these things, they all intertwine. Uniqueness goes throughout different things. My other video that I'm putting out tomorrow is Stay Curious. Then I got another one that's not as idealistic as this one. But you've gotten the idea. Take inspirations, but don't copy. Be uniquely your fucking self. Chase paper and enjoy nature all of a sudden. Have a great day.